In this sharing session, I would like to share about environmental criteria for suspending operations during vessel berthing and cargo transfer. As you might be aware that berthing process is one of the critical in the whole ship and shore operations. What do you think? Well, there are many factors contribute to the incidents. In this part, I would like to share about environment conditions that could contribute to the incident. It is essential that terminal should establish whether operating limits which defining the thresholds for stopping cargo transfer, disconnecting cargo host, and even more to removing the ship from the berth or unberthing. Environmental criteria such as the maximum wind, swell height, current speed, and other criteria that terminal consider essential as a part of it. To define the criteria, terminal should have discussion with Marine Department and the agreed criteria will be applied only for the specific terminal. All the environmental limits should be defined the threshold for maneuvering, arrival, and berthing, stop loading or discharging, disconnecting cargo host or marine loading arm, removing the ship from the berth, maneuvering during unberthing, and departure. Operating limits will normally be based on ambient environmental conditions such as wind speed and direction. Do you know why? Well, yes, it is essential to determine this parameter, especially prior the shore officer decide to berthing the ship. For the example, wind direction to jetty. This condition will contribute to the ship's speed while approaching to jetty. Manage proper communication between shore officer and pilot to ensure the ship's speed not exceeds the limitation. Pilot will notice the actual condition of wind speed and direction so that he or she will slowing down ship speed through the third assist. Wave height and period. This condition contribute to the ship's stability. Ship body and jetty fender are the common area which have directly contact during this process. Wave height and long swell period could be impacted to the uncontrolled ship movement which may cause the ship crash into jetty facilities. Speed and direction of the current. The impact is almost the same with wind speed. However, current is high contribute to the ship speed, especially when the ship is loaded with the maximum draft. Swell conditions that may affect operation at berth. During ship longside at jetty, shore officer shall monitoring the swell condition. Why? Yes, because of swell affected to the ship's stability during alongside at the jetty that affect to host and marine loading arm movement during the cargo transfer. If it is exceed the limitation, could be brought to facilities and most probably product will spill out from the host or the MLA. Some accidents due to electrical storm occur during the cargo transfer, so that in this condition, it is essential for shore officer decide to stop operation until the safe condition to resume the cargo transfer. Stop operating as agreed with the ship chief officer. Other environmental phenomena that shall be considered, perhaps some of area have a river bows or ice movement, and the extreme of temperature that might affect to loading or unloading process. On environmental limits should be passed to the ship at the pre-cargo transfer conference and, where applicable, be formally recorded in the ship shore safety checklist. Routine local weather forecasts received by the terminal should be passed to the ship and vice versa. The terminal should, if possible, have its own local installed anemometer for measuring wind speed. Equipment for the measurement of the environmental factor should be considered as appropriate. That's all for the environmental criteria for suspending operations. We hope that the sharing knowledge useful for you and for the safety ship and shore operations. Thank you and see you again.